My name is Soren Sorensen. As you might hear, I'm from Denmark. Denmark is a little bit north of Portugal. I've been part of implementation of a true national scheme in Denmark where you can actually go from A to B anywhere in Denmark as long as your A and B is a station or a bus stop. Any bus stop, any station, metro, harbor vehicles, you name it. So we have a true multimodal thing going on in Denmark. We don't need to worry about zones. We no need to worry about if we're traveling with one public operator or another. They are solving that behind the scene. So it is possible. That's the hope I can give you. I was responsible for the implementation at DSB, the Danish National Railroads, throughout Denmark. I can report to you it took a while. It took six years just to do it. To complete the whole thing, it took 13 years from we started from the contract until it was delivered. I mean, we don't have time for that. And you should not repeat that, please. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I've intended to spend the rest of my career in helping other people not to make those mistakes. I've been there. I don't want to go there again. Because what we're talking about here is not about technology. The technology is there. We all buy stuff. Anybody in here who hasn't bought anything using the mobile phone? Why is it we don't buy tickets on the mobile phone when we buy everything else? We buy clothes, we buy music, we buy everything else. We bring our mobile phones in the bus because we want to be entertained, but we have to have a paper ticket or we have to have a card. Why is that? And why is it that if we go from A to B in Portugal, in the southern part of Portugal, or from A to B in the northern part of Portugal, it has to be different? I mean, it's going from one place to the other. So, what we are about to do here is trying to find ways where it is possible for the user, our citizens, the people who actually is paying for us to be here, to travel wherever they want, from where they want to, where to go, and we can give them the information, and we can charge them one time to go from that, and then we deal with all the stuff of who is getting what behind the scene, because I can easily add the cost of the tickets from all the actors that are providing the schemes, and guess what? Everybody will earn more because more people would be apt to use the service as they are easy to understand. I like the analogy to airline travel. When that really took off was when all the airlines decided that there will be one system and it will be all automated. It will be all electronic. All tickets are electronic today. You can get it on a piece of paper, but the ticket is in the cloud. It's never going away from the cloud. We don't have to. The young people don't even know how an airline ticket looked in the old days, you know, with all the red. I mean, we just forgot about it. And we don't want that system back, do we? So, anyway, it is about, and the good thing is, as controllers, as people from government and from the operators, it's within our control. We can make it happen. Nobody else can. We can. And we must. And that's why I'm here tonight to help with, and that has been the business that I'm now in. So it's a win-win-win. It's a win for the travelers, it's a win for the transport operators, and it is a win for government and for the regional and the municipalities, because people love to be able to go from A to B, and we all want to. Okay, let's go on. This is about me, so you can read about that when you get it. The evolution of tickets, it went from legacy paper back in the old time. The legacy paper is still there, but then we also got the smart card technologies. I guess you have some smart card technologies here in Portugal. You have, and then then the mobile tickets began. In the Nokia era, it was SMS tickets that began to come. Then somebody invented the iPhone. I don't know who, but Then everything went on the mobile around 2010, and the revolution on mobile, and all the revolution on the mobile and the internet and the cloud started at that. Then the bank cards strike back with the Oyster system in London. If you've been to London, you can use your credit card, contactless credit card in London, and use Oyster. I would not recommend you to do that, also because it just means that you're locking your customers in to use the MasterCard as a ticket. Why would we do that? I mean, it's up to you and me to decide how we're going to pay for our services. And then now we're beginning to see how the geofence, the Google ways of doing ticketing from A to B. What we are going to see next is the shared mobility, as was wonderfully described. I will not go into detail about that, you heard it. And we're going to see mobility as a service. And that means that not only is public transport delivering something, but also private operators. And now now it's just getting more complicated, because now we not only have to work together as public operators, but we also have to work together and deliver the seamless experience, including the private operators, like they're trying to do in Paris. Welcome to the new world. We're busy. And I have 3 minutes left. So as everybody else, I just got disrupted. So that is because, again, as the previous speaker said, the next decade will be a decade of disruption. It will be the most wonderful time of the century, just like we went from horses to cars. I mean, it took 13 years. Nobody wants the horses back. So we're going to batteries, and we're going to electric vehicles, autonomous vehicle, door-to-door mobility. We still think we're in the driver's seat. But guess what? The driver's seat is gone. If you want to have the driver's seat, it'll be outside here. Otherwise, and I really think that when people realize that the driver's seat, when you take that away, the accidents on the roads disappear. Regulators everywhere will say, I don't want to have accidents. I don't want to have the freedom to drive should be a cause of death. Why should it? Why would we allow that? We have allowed that for 100 years, but we're not allowing terrorism. And terrorism is killing a lot fewer than traffic. A lot fewer. Yet we are spending more airtime on terrorists than people killed in the traffic because of human behavior and misbehavior. So what I recommend is try to do the same as everybody else. Make the ticket in the sky, make it easy. Keep all the complexity in the sky. We really just need to give the people the possibility to have a shared planning, so they can go from A to B, a shared place where they can buy their tickets from A to B, not to have to go everywhere. And then we just need to collect the data, and then we have to be fair to each other and distribute the revenue to those who have provided the service. So that is the work that we need to do when we have to make this happen. So I can go multimodal from A to B, whether it's public or private transport. So what I'm really doing is trying to help organizations to come through that transition and to make new ticketing programs. And you all know that going into ticketing programs is a scary exercise. So we have to go from A to B. We will cover that. The pitfalls that we typically have when we're doing public programs is that we have to do a bid process. So we have to make a specification, and then we have to send it out, and then we pray for that the best will win. That's the name of the game. So the problem is that we always get too detailed in the specification. We better specify in detail so that we get it right. So it takes longer time. We're thinking inside out because we have to protect our own environment or working environment even. We want to keep all options open. It has to be configurable, yeah, but making things configurable takes time. And we want to invent something new. That's why we see so many different ticketing systems, because we want to make the smartest. So we cannot all do that. In the bid process, we are aiming at the technical focus. We expect that the supplier is expert, he'll just do it, and we're not maybe too focused on governance. But really there's a real shift of governance from before the bid, because there we were in complete control, and after the after the bid, because there we have to share the governance with the supplier, and that's where the fun begins. It'll become the us-them. They cannot find out to deliver what we want, and we wanted to work 100% day one. No system does that. So, to conclude, technology is just 1/10 of the issue. The real issues are below, and that's where the fun is. That is a fun working environment. The implementations, the training, finding out how are we going to use this, how are we going to support the customer so that he can get this nice experience. The problem is that you get into trouble. You get into disputes with the supplier, you get major delays, heads have to roll, politicians have to be fired, and you have stress, people are leaving the program. Can you feel it? Okay, I'm here to help. So my time has run out, so I hope you can get the presentation, read it, and if you need help to come from A to B and from painful to painless implementation, please come and talk to me afterwards. It doesn't harm and it won't hurt. Thank you very much.